But guys, Jordan here. I thought with the football season coming to a close, it's about time I updated my football index portfolio. I've been meaning to do it for a few weeks now, and I just haven't got around to it, so now seems like a good time. All the people on this page are my most recent buys, with the most recent being Trippier. I'm quite keen on him. I know he's meant to move to Napoli, and that doesn't look like it's going to come to fruition, but I think whoever he does move to, he will be a good PB scorer next year, purely because he is very good. Great cross of the ball, great passer of the ball, gets stuck in, good tackler. Probably not quite quick enough for the Premier League or for the top level of the Premier League. And he does get caught out of position quite a bit. So I can see why Tottenham would want to cash in on him. Now he's 28. And I think if the rumours are true about Aleko being interested or Napoli deal gets revived, then I think he could be a real good hold for next season. And at 60p, I just think he's one of the better value defenders if he does play week in, week out next season. Moving on to the lad from Leipzig, I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce his name, Upamecano. But yeah, I like him. He's like 20 years old, centre-half, already in and around the France squad already. He's been ahead of players like Laporte, who we know is an amazing defender on his own. So I think at his price, 91p, I can see a lot of people being interested in him over the summer. Although I'm not sure personally if he will move this summer. I think it might be next summer. But eventually I do see him joining a top club. He might end up being a player like Bailly, where he moves to the Premier League and doesn't really impress that much. But I think if he does get a move to the Premier League, I probably would look to sell him. But I would expect to see him shoot up beforehand. Then we've got Lopes as well, another one I've invested in. He's had a slight drop off of late. It doesn't look like he probably will move this summer at Marseille. But again, I think he could be another real good PB scorer next season. I think for passes per minute, or passes per 90 minutes, should I say, he's one of the best in Europe. He's up there with the likes of Jorginho, Thiago at Bayern. Now, if he does join a real top English club or Spanish club, Italian club, then I think he could be a real big PB scorer in the coming years. And he's only 21, so I can't see him dropping long term. Another one is Diop at West Ham. Obviously, I'm a West Ham fan, so I watch a lot of them. And for me, he's probably been our standout young player alongside Rice. He's only 21, or he might even be 22 now, but he's another one. He's played a lot for the French under-21s. Given that he's already playing in the Premier League, I think if West Ham don't make the top 6 next year, which, it's unlikely that we will do anyway, then he will be linked with a lot of top clubs. And I could potentially see him moving next summer, because he probably will be a bit too good for us then. And if not, the following summer's a certainty. Diakabe, very similar to Diop. Good, young, centre-half, but he's got the advantage. He can also play in centre-mid. He's played at right-back as well. He's tall, strong, quick, and he's only 40p, so he's another one that I'm happy to get on board with. I expect him to be linked to a few top clubs this summer. He might not move this summer, he might move next summer, but either way, he's someone I'm happy to hold long-term. Similarly, with Anderson, he's a player I think really suits the Premier League. He's had a great season for Sampdoria. He's played right back, left back, centre half, and centre mid for them this season, and I think his best position is a centre back. He's been linked with Arsenal in recent weeks, and at 67p for a 22-year-old who's linked with Arsenal, I think it's a great price. If he does come to the Premier League, he probably will rise over the £1 mark, and if that's the case, I may look to sell him if he joins Arsenal, or if he joins a team that are better defensively, then I'll happily hold him for a bit longer, maybe even long term, maybe even a 2-3 year hold. Then we've got Icardi. I bought him when there was kind of the uncertainty around his future, and there's still that kind of cloud hanging over him now. Personally, I think he probably will stay because we have this kind of every summer. But if he does get strongly linked with a move to Real or another top club, then I probably will look to cash in on him. He's already risen a bit anyway, so I could lock up about £100 profit on him, but I'll probably hold on a little bit longer. Polson was the next one. Now he's another one I just think suits the Premier League. Strong, quick, really tall, young. I think he might be 22 still, maybe 23. Given the fact he can play up front and out wide, he interests a lot of Premier League clubs. I know Liverpool have been linked with him over the course of the season. I can't see that one coming about, but I think he will get linked with a lot of top clubs, and he's someone that I'm happy to hold, even if they don't sell him this summer, because I think at Leipzig, with Werner likely to move this season, he could get a lot of game time next season anyway. So they're all the people I've bought in the last couple of months. If you scroll higher, this is the rest of the people I'm holding. I think that's still the same as last time I updated. which was about 3 months ago now. Most players are in the green, which is good to see, but there are a few in the red. But all of them I'm happy to hold, and I think they will grow in the future. I think last time we were looking at 45,000 portfolio. It's up to 54,000 now, with a decent bit of balance as well. So I think that's about 9k increase in the last 3 months or 4 months. So that's it's a good sign. If it keeps going like that over the next 3 or 4 months, then I'll be very, very happy. But yeah, I think these are my current holdings. I think Sessegnon is someone I'm quite keen on this summer. I think he was unlucky at Fulham last season, just to be in such a bad team and constantly being played in a different position. I think if he moves like to Tottenham, which looks likely, I think he could have a really good season next year. So he's someone I'm keen to. I might even go in a bit more on him. As you see, I hold 2,250 of him, so I'm very keen there. Rushford, obviously, he's one of them players who he needs to score more goals, but I do think they will come. I would like to see him played alongside Lukaku, although I think Lukaku will be moved on. But I can't see Rashford dropping. He's going to be England's, alongside Harry Kane, he's going to be England's most important attacker over the next 6-7 years. So I think he's a safe one. Vinicius Jr., obviously top talent. I think Zidane said he sees him as a key player next season. I think he's 18 or 19 and he's risen a lot already, but I still wouldn't put people off buying him. Obviously he's quite expensive now, but I think he's someone in that bracket behind the likes of Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi. In 2 or 3 years he could be in that next bracket just behind the likes of Sterling, the likes of Kane, maybe even potentially challenging for best player in the world, in 5 years' time. So I'm happy to hold him for the long time as well. Coutinho, someone I was looking to potentially sell this summer. I've been linked with a lot of top clubs: Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea. I don't actually really rate him that much for Barcelona. He doesn't look the player he looked at Liverpool. So I'm hoping he'll move this summer and then he could fly up again, because he's clearly got talent. He just doesn't seem to suit the Barcelona way. So that's another one that I think if he moved, I might even invest a bit more. Or if he doesn't move, then I may look to sell. But yeah, that's my portfolio. I'm sorry for going on a bit too much. But if anyone has any questions or any ideas or wants to get involved and wants my opinion on anyone, feel free to drop me a message and I'll do my best to reply to all of you. Cheers.